Welcome everyone! I'm finally using my new mic, so if the mic does sound a little bit different or unusual or you just don't like it, then make sure to let me know. I'm pretty happy about this mic, but again, if you don't like it, then go ahead and let me know and I will switch it to the new one next, or the previous one next week. It sounds nice. Whew, what a relief. I was a little bit nervous only because, you know, it's always hard testing out new technology. But I'm hoping that this way my hands won't be glitching during the stream, so yippee for that. Let me just turn this. Okay. So today we are... Oh yeah, but first, of course, I keep forgetting. I got too nervous. But opening my tea party just for you. Who is that? It's Ririna, the so-called anime enthusiast fox. It's time for the Blue Archive Volume 3, Chapter 3 stream. So I'm pretty excited for that. So I guess we'll get started. Also, just as a reiteration, because I already said it in the Discord server, but for those who aren't in my server, I want to say that I'm no longer going to be pulling as much in any of the games I play, mostly because pulling does not really make me happy in the long run, and I feel like it kind of ruins my experience with games at times, so I will pull if there's a banner that I want, maybe, but I'm not going to pull past a 110 pull. So just FYI, I know some of you guys really like pulling, but that's just not for me, you know? So anyways, let's go. Hi Kaios, welcome to the stream. Oh yeah, by the way, let me say welcome to everyone. Hi Watcher, hi Reiji, hi Kasane, welcome to the stream. Yurizono Seia? I've been waiting for you. Adios, Satellite School Shirasu Azusa. You were? Yes, because all of this already came to me in a dream. Well, that's OP in its own right. It's difficult to explain. Precognitive. You can think of it like a prophetic dream. I have them often. Dreams that become reality, as well as ones that are indistinguishable from reality. Does that mean you know what I'm going to do now? Yes, you're here to destroy my halo. Wait, then I do wonder if Seia is the one that convinced Azusa to not kill her, or basically to not kill her. Others joined you on this mission, but you're the only one who made it this far. You're quite talented, Azusa. Then why didn't you run away? If you must know, it's because it would have been meaningless. Why pull anyways? We have a crazy fest banner and 6 months save everything, skip everything. I disagree. Mostly because even if I save, it's not like it's guaranteed that I would get both anyways, and I don't know, I'm not that into collecting people in games. As long as I have enough of a roster, then that's good enough for me. That way I can appreciate the characters I actually get instead of feeling sad or annoyed or irritated if I don't get the character I want. It's just for my mental health, let's just put it that way. Everything is in vain, just as the wise saying Arias is so fond of ghosts. Struggling is meaningless to someone like me who can see the future. Death isn't common in Kibotos, but it's not entirely devoid of it either. Invisible, yet clearly always with us. There's no doubt that each of us are living things. To destroy one's halo is to kill them, meaning someone out there wants me dead. And here you are. You made it all the way here. and infiltrated a hidden room still undetected. You, Shirasu Azusa, a student from Arius Satellite School. Have you ever destroyed a halo before? No, but I know how to. I've been taught. Hi Tactician Chance, welcome to the stream. Taught? A halo will shatter if they're wounded gravely enough over and over. A student in Kiboto could be shot with a dozen 5.56mm rounds, and it still wouldn't cause a fatal wound. But with enough ammunition, time, and tactical superiority, destroying a halo with just a firearm isn't impossible. So I guess there might be like a subtle rule maybe in Kibotos where you're not really allowed to, you know, destroy someone's halo, or else that might be considered a little bit too much. I do wonder if that's the case, or if people, you know, just because there seems to be like a war going on between academies, I do wonder if people actually do try to destroy people's halos on purpose or not. I mean, I know murder is bad, but you know, in war, it's not really something. Because they're already like fighting with firearms and they can't get destroyed. So I guess there's like and some of the, what is it, gangs or whatever wouldn't be following the rules, would they? So if it's those types of people, they probably wouldn't care, right? In destroying the halo. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. Where am I going with this? If someone is made to go without food or water for long enough, is suffocated for an extended a period of time, loses enough blood, suffers from hypothermia, or other types of illness. Unconscious is probably good enough. Okay, so I guess, I mean, obviously in the normal sense of the word, no one would want to kill another person, but if they're like a gang that is, you know, supposedly not part of these schools or whatever it's called, or they just want to actually destroy people, then I do wonder if there are more attempts at destroying halos, or if people in general just don't try to do that. I don't know. I guess what I want to ask is just how far do the evil people go? In the general sense. In this world. All are sufficient ways to destroy one's halo. Hi peasant, welcome to the stream. As I understand it, you're particularly frail as well, Yurizo no Seia. Probably too much effort. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, the only reason why they're going after her is because she's frail anyway, so there's probably more of a chance to destroy them. Do you think your firearm will be enough? Under most circumstances, but I'm short on time and don't have the tactical advantage right now. That's why I brought this bomb. I can destroy your halo immediately with this. A bomb that can shatter a halo? I've never heard of such a weapon. This must be the kind of thing Arius spends its time teaching. How to destroy halos. How to kill. Somehow it feels like she's throwing shade at Arius. So it's kind of crazy. This is the first time in the story where they told us with detail how death works in Kibotos. Yeah, that's true. In that way, this volume is extremely, I guess, informative about, one, the intricacies of the politics going on in Kibotos, but also the amount of effort that's required to actually kill someone in this world, which is quite shocking. Most of the students are just kids having fun, just messing around the gangs and such. Ah, okay. But I do wonder if, you know, the first volume, that adult guy, the one with the really cool background music, I wonder if he would ever, or even like that director guy, I wonder if he would ever go down that route of actually destroying people's halos. Or maybe not, because that would be pretty inefficient, huh? Black suit, yeah, there we go. Naturally, a school is a place to be taught. That's what I'm there to learn, isn't that right?
I see. So this is what Arius has become. Are you truly prepared to become a murderer, Azusa?
Aww.
I've seen it before. How afraid you are. Murder is murder. Whether it was something you wished for or not, whether you had any other choice, none of it matters. It's something you can never come back from. It's something you will carry with you for as long as you remain in this world. The despair, agony, rage, regret, frustration, and helplessness you'll feel. No one will ever be able to empathize with it. And eventually, those feelings fade into nothingness, just as you will. You've been told it your whole life, vanitas vanitatum, that it's the truth of the world. Yet, from what I've seen, you're a living contradiction. You simultaneously place faith in these words, but don't believe them. Isn't that right? It's what you were thinking to yourself as you gazed upon that flower.
Oh, so did she actually see her before?
Even if everything is in vain, I must continue struggling. This is what's at the core of your being. The image you see when you close your eyes. I couldn't understand it at first, but now it makes perfect sense to me.
Seia is really wise.
You didn't come here to kill me. You came to seek advice. Advice about your struggle.
Seia, I like you. Seiya's Yoda of Blue Archive. Clearly.
Are you alright, Ririna-sensei?
I must have dozed off for a bit. I feel like I had some kind of dream.
I know you've been busy with this and that lately, but I'd appreciate it if you could focus a little bit.
Sorry about that.
As I understand it, you've been volunteering to deal with the aftermath of that incident.
I'm an adult. Someone has to take responsibility.
Fair enough. A lot has happened in such a short amount of time. We'd be remiss not to do our due diligence. It will undoubtedly be tedious, but that's simply the nature of post-mortem. So, back to the beginning. Seiya's recovery room was destroyed at roughly 3 a.m. on the night of the attack. The first to arrive at the scene was Captain Mine,
or is it Captain Mina? It's probably Captain Mina.
Captain Mina of the Remedial Knights.
I can't believe a voiceless character has such a way with words. I mean, you could say that about all the characters in novels, right? Technically.
She reported what happened to the tea party after grasping the situation. Even as the tea party fell into a panic, a concerted effort began to hide news of Seiya's death and search for the perpetrator. Captain Mina took advantage of the chaos and escaped with Seiya's body. Even the other members of her club was unsure of where she went.
Dang, Captain Mina. So good.
That's as much as the tea party knew. In reality, Mina had only made it seem like Seiya's halo was destroyed and instead hid her somewhere safe. It was the best way to protect Seiya from another attack. No one targets a dead person. The tea party has no shortage of enemies after all. The culprit could be just about anyone. I believe Mina had made the right decision with that in mind. Now, we know the one who orchestrated the attack was Mika. Mina made a wise decision.
Seriously, Mina is the GOAT. Dang! Knowing exactly what to do. Those are the best types, right?
However, Seia still hasn't woken up.
Well, that's not good.
Her wounds from the explosion have healed, but she remains unconscious for reasons unknown, according to the captain. In conclusion, Captain Mina and Seia are still in hiding. No one knows their location. That sums up everything we know about the attack on Yurizo no Seia.
Yeah, if only Mina didn't have such a penchant for collateral damage. What do you mean? Sorry, let me move this wire. There we go. Give me 1 second. I'm using a new mic for those who just came in. But I hope you're liking the way the new mic sounds so far. Just need to elongate the wire here so I can put it behind my back. There we go. That should be better. Okay, there we go. Let's keep going. Hanako.
I thought Sakurako might be boring you to tears, so I came to your rescue. I'm not in the mood for your jokes, Hanako. You're such a stick in the mud. Smile, live a little, take a walk on the beach, find something dirty to read.
No! Hanako, no!
Something tells me you'd be just the type to get into it. You haven't forgotten the pact you made, have you? Of course not.
What's this all about, Hanako?
Sensei? What are you doing here?
You said you made a pact with the sisterhood.
Oh, that. With all due respect, this matter isn't any of your or Shada's concern, Sensei.
I advise the Makeup Work Club, so Hanako is still my student.
Goodness.
I love it.
I'm sorry, this is all my fault. Mari. It was a deal. Hanako asked for my help in persuading Sakurako. And in exchange, I asked Hanako to change her mind about dropping out of school. It was the only way. I couldn't understand how Hanako felt or talk her out of dropping out. All I wanted was for her to stay at the academy, even if it meant being selfish.
Oh, so cute. Mari, such a pure heart. No wonder she's a nun. Hi, Michael. Welcome to the stream.
You weren't, Mari. You don't need to be ashamed or apologize. If anyone was selfish, it was me for making you worry like that. I'm sorry, Mari. Hanako. Rest assured that dropping out is the furthest thing from my mind now.
Yeah, I can understand why Hanako wants to leave, honestly, because if I was in the same situation as her, everything would be such a pain. Like having people badgering me to join them, oh gosh, and they not getting the point.
Wait, really? Do you mean it? Absolutely. I learned a lot while in the Makeup Work Club, including the value of struggling and pushing myself just a little bit more. Isn't that right, Sensei?
Hanako, you're growing up. Yeah, you could do this.
I'm so glad to hear that. Thank you both.
These pure people. I can't stand it how pure they are. Gosh darn it.
However, that alone won't suffice. Sakurako? I have a request of my own to make of you, Hanako. That's... How devious! I still can't believe you asked for help in creating a school rule that prohibits clothing in classrooms. All nude lessons only?
Of course, that's why she would agree. I knew it. I can't believe this. In that day, I feel like Hanako didn't want to leave anyways, and so she didn't pay anything for Mari's help. That's true. It's not just that. Let's just say, despite how good the names, characters are, Trinity is easily my least favorite academy for reasons that will be made clear soon. Well, overall, I would have to say that Gehenna and Abydos and maybe Millennium are my favorites so far. Or well, at the very least, Trinity isn't exactly at the top, even though I like the concept of it, but clearly like the politics and how much effort people have to put into and understanding the political navigation and, you know, all that stuff must be exhausting for all of them. Imagine Mari having a naughty side. Oh gosh, I hope not. Oh, Gehenna's just a circus.
I'm glad you remember.
I beg your pardon? She's changing the Dale.
To think the sisterhood has such naughty ambitions. I shouldn't have expected anything less of you, Sakurako. This truly is an organization shrouded in mystery. I thought the clause that allows sisterhood members to still wear a veil while nude was a nice touch, though. Completely exposed with nothing on but a veil. My, what a daring way to show off the sisterhood's privileges.
Oh my gosh. Excuse me?
I gave you my word, so I have no choice but to cooperate with this plan of yours. I'll make sure this rule is passed if it's the last thing I do. However, I can't go along with the favoritism your veil exception would create, so I propose an addendum that allows all other students to still wear socks.
Oh yes, showing ankles is so scandalous. Oh, I'm dying.
Make that one concession and I promise you that your rule will pass. Sakurako, you've been keeping this from me the entire time?
No, Mari, I think. Don't get tricked. Hi, Rival, welcome to the stream. I'm dying. Of course I haven't.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
The exchange for granting your request was that you grant one of ours as well. Oh, that. Now I remember.
Hanako, don't mess around with her.
As much as I'd like to request that you agree to join the sisterhood, that wouldn't be fair. I would basically be coercing you. We've decided to change our non-interventionism policy after this most recent incident. The sisterhood will be more involved in Trinity's politics than before, at least for the foreseeable future. There are sure to be a lot of growing pains in that regard, and having the help of someone as talented as you could help alleviate them.
I bet she regrets asking her for help now.
I suppose I could do that. Why so hesitant? I hope you're still not thinking of that fabricated proposal you said I made.
I think Hanako should reserve the right to say no when she wants to.
Sensei. So that's it. Yes, I can agree to that. We should count ourselves fortunate that you're willing to help at all. I won't push my luck by asking you to do any more than you're comfortable with. Thank you, Sakurako. Let's get back to the matter at hand, though. We were discussing the nude attendance matter, obviously.
Oh my gosh, Hanako! You're gonna really piss her off and give her blood pressure problems.
Precisely. The nude No! We were discussing the matter surrounding Seia. Right. Okay, getting serious.
You mean you weren't serious this entire time?
We already know the one who attacked Seia was our little Azusa. Shirasu Azusa. Seiya's room was destroyed at 3 a.m. on the night of the attack, but records indicate the infiltration should have been around 2 a.m. Meaning the intruder Azusa was with Seia for about an hour. What could have happened between the two of them within that time frame? Azusa hasn't told me, but... Please enter, Shirasu Azusa.
We must keep Azusa safe.
This is what Seia said. If the long-standing dispute between Gehenna and Trinity can be resolved through the Eden Treaty, then perhaps Aria's troubles can be addressed next. She also said that the treaty was the only way to solve Trinity's deep-rooted issues. And if Arias succeeded in destroying the Tea Party's halos, then war would break out in Kibotos. Seia asked if that was what I truly wanted. I see. What I can say for certain is that we don't see eye to eye, Shirasu Azusa. I'm familiar with the fifth koan. I know better than anyone the fallacy of trying to prove the existence of paradise. But something this... If you wish to continue struggling in the face of catastrophe, then I will help. I'll lend you my wisdom. Though I can make no promises about where it will lead you.
Dang, I kind of want to actually interact with Seia. And then you destroyed the room?
It was necessary to stage Seiya's death. Arias needed to be deceived as well. Seia personally chose the Remedial Knights captain to lead the cover-up. She told me I could leave the rest to her. Hi, Shuichi!
Thank you for the raid. Welcome, everyone. How was your stream? And how is your day? I'm just playing Volume 3, Chapter 3.
But welcome.
I think I'm on the second part of... Or was I on the third? I think I'm on the second. Pretty much the beginning of Volume 3, Chapter 3. Oh gosh, but Seiya's really good at everything. I would really want to talk to her as Sensei. I do hope that we get to talk to her later once she wakes up. Her and also the president of the Hackers Club or whatever it was called, department. Hi Spark, welcome to the stream. Seiya's on the tea party for a reason. That's true. That smart one.
I fled after the room was destroyed. Once the dust settled and intel about the incident began to spread, the squad was under the impression that I succeeded. That's everything I know about that night. I've been in the dark ever since. I had no idea that Seia was still unconscious. Her injuries have healed at least. Her being comatose remains a mystery.
I'm on the third part? Okay, cool. Yeah!
Do you claim to be unaware that the plan to take Seia was originally devised by Mika? Mika had completely obfuscated her involvement. There would have been no way for a foot soldier like Azusa to know. Yeah, we know Azusa. She's no murderer. She even tried to save Nagisa's life after everything she did to us. I understand that. It's simply my job to ask questions like these. No, it's okay. I'll be fine. The one who gave me my orders was Mae Saori, the leader of Squad. Correct. Shirasu Azusa then transferred to Trinity with the covert objective of protecting Nagisa. That much is clear. Along the way, she and the Makeup Work Club even passed their evaluation exam. That's showing she knows how to get results. I can't find any fault with her personally. Therefore, I will take responsibility and authenticate her documents.
I still have yet to invite anyone from the tea party into my tea party.
More like, I don't know if I would.
If they would even accept in the first place. But I want Seia. Actually, I only want Seia, to be honest. Sorry, Mika. Sorry, Nagisa. I don't really like you two that much. I mean, I like you guys, the design-wise, but I still am kinda... It'll take a while for me to warm up to them for a while. I'm so happy that Azusa's finally going to be an official Trinity student and she can actually study and stay with everyone in the Makeup Work Club. Oh, makes me happy for her.
No one should have any objections to enrollment with the Sisterhood vouching for her. Thank you, Sakurako.
Trust me, you will love Mika later on. Okay, that's good. We owe you one.
This officially makes Shirasu Azusa a Trinity student. There is still unfinished business, especially where Arius is concerned.
Just wait and see more of this. Sounds good.
But all of the urgent fires have been extinguished for now. Job well done, everyone. Especially to you, Hanako and Sensei. Why, thank you. I have other matters to attend to, so I'll be taking my leave. Let's go, Mari. Yes. Would you two mind having another chat with me when things settle down a little more? It would be our pleasure.
No, that's true. I don't know if I want Azusa to stay longer with Hanako. She'll get corrupted. Actually, no, it would be very amusing. Yeah, they should hang out more. Actually, the entire Makeup Work Club should continue to be friends. I think they are a good influence on each other, balancing out how they are.
At least the situation with Azusa's enrollment has been cleared up.
You did good, Hanako. Seriously, you did good. I don't know what we would have done without you and your brain.
Same to you, but there's still so much more to be done. Especially as far as Nagisa and Mika are concerned. Oh, speaking of which, I heard Hifumi met with her not too long ago. Hi, Iburugi, welcome to the stream.
With Nagisa?
Yeah, that's what she told me. I guess they had a lot to clear the air about.
Did Hifumi talk about how she went to the black market just to get a plush toy? That's so funny.
Hifumi. Hi, Nagisa. You're looking well. Have you lost weight? I asked you here to issue a formal apology, Hifumi. I'm sorry for doubting you.
Hi, Griffin. Welcome to the stream.
That. I could hardly blame you for grabbing a cup of tea and pouring it over my head right now, considering everything I put you through.
Wow, Nagisa, I didn't expect you to apologize. I'm really glad. It means that she's not so egoistic and prideful that she can't apologize. That's a relief. I'm starting to like her again.
To think I had you pegged as the leader of a masked criminal organization. That couldn't possibly be true. Oh my gosh. I don't know why I thought such nonsense. I completely understand if you choose not to forgive me. In fact, I don't expect you to. No, that's not it. I'll be fine, I think. Yeah, there were times when it really hurt, but it was just a misunderstanding that's been cleared up now. It's not like I considered hating you or anything like that. You don't have to say anything else. I'll be fine. I don't think I could ever be as forgiving. You're such an interesting girl, Hifumi. Thank you for the sub, Griffin. Welcome, welcome. Me? That's funny. Oh, Hifumi, you're such a nice girl. Funny, It was a funny fantasy thinking we were ever really friends. Nagisa? I'm fine. A little bit of tea slipped down the wrong pipe, that's all. Oh.
Nagisa, that must have been a big hit to her. Oh gosh.
I'm glad their misunderstanding is cleared up, but it looks like the joke I played on Nagisa may have gone a little too far.
No, it's okay, Hanako. You taught her a good lesson.
Nagisa has also been meeting with others to issue proper apologies for everything that happened.
Wow, Nagisa. I'm very impressed. Because usually people, or at least characters who are similar to how she is, don't tend to own up to their mistakes. So I'm actually pretty impressed by her right now. Because it takes a lot of courage to admit that you're wrong and apologize. Wow, Nagisa, I'm very impressed.
She even gave one to me, and I told her I was sorry for being such a troublemaker. She's no longer wallowing in doubt and paranoia, but I also think she's lost a bit of her edge.
I'm kind of worried about her.
Yeah, so am I.
And Mika too.
You are? I've been wanting to ask you what you think of her motive, actually. Huh? You want to know why I'm doing this, Sensei? Because I hate Gehenna. I sincerely loathe Gehenna Academy from the depths of my heart. It's hard to know what their relationship was truly like from the outside looking in, but Nagisa and Mika were supposed to be childhood friends. Opposites attract, as they say. Nagisa was always diligent and overly cautious, whereas Mika was the free-spirited, spontaneous one.
And thus the racist princess was born. You're right about that. But it does make me wonder if she became like that because of the people around her, or if she had something happen to her that has to do with Gehenna, and that's why she hates them so much. I guess we'll learn what exactly is the issue later.
Maybe they drifted apart and weren't as close as they seemed. But it still shocked me to hear Mika would betray Nagisa just because of her hatred of Gehenna.
I think it's just deep-rooted bias. Ah, okay.
That's why I arranged to meet with her through the sisterhood.
You did? Oh.
Though, when I went to see her, someone else was already there first.
Who could it be?
Wow, it's Nagi! Welcome! Hello, Mika. How have you been? Staying comfortable? Hardly, but it could be worse. At least I wasn't thrown in a tiny cell underground. They even let me have a TV. I have pretty much everything I could ever need. I really didn't think I'd end up here. Well, not right now at least. The timing is really poor. Agreed. I never saw it coming. Isn't life beautifully unpredictable? At least that's how I feel. Oh. I really didn't think you'd come, Nagi.
Awkward! Like, yes, you were trying to kill me. Because you hate something.
I thought I'd never see you again. Please. You know that we're inseparable whether we like it or not. You're right. It's been that way ever since we were little girls. So, why did you come? It couldn't have been to interrogate me. They've been putting me through the ringer enough as is already. Whatever it is, it must be important if you came all the way here in person. It's about the Arius Squad. The Covert Special Operations Unit organized by Area's Student Council President. What more do you want to know? I've already said everything I know during my interrogation. From how I got in contact with Areas to the roles of each squad member. Yes, I'm aware. Do you think I'm still hiding something? Want to torture it out of me? I've heard the Sisterhood is a big fan of that kind of stuff. Those were the former council's methods, not the Sisterhood's. Something so inhumane would never be tolerated in today's day and age. I know. You hate things like that. I was only messing with you. I know this must sound weird coming from me, but is Aries really a big deal anymore? They don't have access to more troops, weapons, or supplies without me backing them. Even if Squad still has it out for Trinity, isn't the Justice Task Force more than capable of handling them and any other remaining soldiers from Arius? Yes, that's been taken into consideration already. Arius shouldn't be a threat as far as the Eden Treaty is concerned. I thought so. Oh, and for the record, I did try to find the location of their district, but it wasn't easy. The only person who knows how to enter it is Saudi, the leader of Squad. If you really want to know, you could always ask Azusa. She may have betrayed them, but she was still an area student. Normally I could, but... Oh, I get it. She's under Shadow's protection now, isn't she? You really did get on Sensei's bad side, huh, Nagi? Now you're too uncomfortable to ask for a favor. Sensei's allegiances are with the students, so they're not going to do anything that would put Azusa in jeopardy. Two of you probably haven't seen each other since everything that happened, have you? It's written all over your face. You can't bring yourself to face Sensei after being so harsh. Oh, even you can be a bashful young lady, Nagi. Not that I don't know what it feels like. Sensei has come to visit a lot. It was hard having to decline each time. Well, I'm stuck here either way. I guess Sensei could use Shada's sway to force a meeting, but they would never do that, which somehow makes it even more annoying. They never quite do what you want them to. I tried leaking all that misinformation and It still didn't phase Sensei. Things would have been so much simpler if Sensei had just believed one of us and did as they were told. Or had they simply leaked everything I said, I wouldn't be in this predicament. Well, either way, don't you think everything turned out for the best? The real traitor is imprisoned, Arius is hardly a threat. And now the Eden Treaty can be signed as planned. You finally find the peace you've been longing for, Nagi. Such a happy ending. Isn't that nice? No, it's not. What do you have to be happy about, Mika? You're the traitor. You tried to destroy my halo. Yeah, girl, don't ignore that, don't forget that. And for what? Because you hate Gehenna? You were willing to kill a friend you've known for most of your life? Over something as petty as that? And Seia too? Why? I was terrified when word of Seiya's supposed death reached me. I couldn't help but think I was next. She's the wisest of us. And even has prophetic dreams that she's used to her advantage. No one at Trinity is more dangerous than her. So she was targeted first. And given your political prowess, I assumed I was next. What is that supposed to mean? Anyway, I knew everything would fall on your shoulders if something were to happen to me, and I couldn't let that happen. I was desperate to find the culprit before it came to that. I didn't want you to be left all alone. I didn't want you to be hurt either. But who could be behind it? Gehenna? The General Student Council? Or that big sister from Millennium? Perhaps the tyrant from Red Winter? Or maybe the Dark Monarch? Oh, Shen Haijing? Or was there a traitor in our midst? It seemed unthinkable, but then again. And then I... Slow down, Nagi. It isn't that complicated. I hate Gehenna. So much that I was willing to kill a dear old friend, alright? Is that really all there is to it? There wasn't some kind of mistake? Or misunderstanding? Or subconscious belief that you couldn't control or... What other reason could there be? This is why I always liked you, Nagi. You're just so pure. Pure and naive. There's nothing you're missing. I tried to kill Seia and then you. That's all there is to it. You know how extreme I can be when it comes to my likes and dislikes. I just can't get along with those scum from Gehenna. I don't want to link arms with them and pretend to be friends. Doesn't it make your skin crawl just having to coexist in the same city with them? And that's why you formed an alliance with Arius? Obviously. Why, what else was a murderer like me supposed to do? Even if Seiya is alive, I was still the one who tried to kill her. That isn't going to change. And you never even realized it, Nagi. But... how? How did you know me for so long without realizing the truth? You should know the answer to that better than I do. Because we're strangers at the end of the day. We've put up so many walls between us that there's no way we could ever truly know one another. I'll be leaving now, Mika. Take care, Nagi. Sorry I can't walk you home.
Nagisa wishes to be wrong and says she can't remember anything Mika would kill as right. This sucks for both of them.
Why lie to her like that? I sure do have a lot of visitors today. So you're next, huh, Hanako? Yes, but this isn't a personal visit. I'm here on business. That makes sense since you didn't enter with Nagi. Then are you here on the Sisterhood's behalf? Following their orders now? Not that it matters to me either way. Anyway, what were you talking about just now? I wasn't lying. I've been performing a post-mortem investigation on your actions based on all the information I received from the Sisterhood. In other words, I've been analyzing what Miso no Mika's motive was. Wow! How daring to admit that right in front of the person in question. A little tasteless, too. You tried to destroy the Eden Treaty because of your hatred of Gehenna. That much is clear. What I don't know is who goaded you into that decision or why you ultimately teamed up with Aries to become the new host. Your initial plan was probably to simply abduct Seia and hold her captive. Really, that's all that needs to happen for the title of host to change hands. But Aries' squad had different plans. They were out to destroy Seiya's halo from the very beginning. That isn't where the story ends, though. You were initially told that Seia was dead. And I'm guessing that's when you began to have a mental breakdown. You likely fell into panic. You became a murderer in your own mind, and nothing was going to convince you otherwise. There was no turning back. You weren't going to stop until you achieved what you set out to do. What other choice was there? You must have been wallowing in despair, driven by destructive impulse. Hold on just a second. Don't you know it's rude to psychologically analyze someone straight to their face? I was the one who gave the order to kill Seia, and I was the one who stabbed my childhood friend Nagi in the back. Despair? Impulsive? What are you talking about? Are you an idiot? No, but I do have a very good memory.
Oh! Hanako the genius striking again.
Destroying your halo wasn't part of the plan, though. Give me a little credit. I'm not a murderer. It's all because of that little mishap that things have gotten out of hand like this. Get it? I can't turn back now because of that. Because of you. There are a few other things that don't add up. I was under the impression there really was a traitor out there, but I didn't think she would reveal herself then and there. After all, that would mean throwing away her biggest advantage. Anonymity. Anonymity. Well, I can't read that. No strategist would choose to do that. It doesn't make any sense. That is one regret I had. I really goofed that one up. You didn't let me finish. It doesn't make any sense unless you were afraid that Aries was going to kill Nagisa too. Oh. Isn't that right? You were afraid they would kill her like they did Seia. So hand her over. I promise not to kill her. She may have to spend the rest of her school life in confinement, but it won't be so bad. You're stronger than you're given credit for, Mika. Sure, you proved you're just as strong in combat as someone like the Justice Task Force's president. But it's more than that. I did my best to keep my composure during our confrontation, but in reality, I knew how precarious the situation was. I had to be prepared for the worst-case scenario, that even the Sisterhood would be forced to retreat. But then you surrendered. You were resigned after hearing that Seia was still alive. Enough. What are you trying to say? Are you taking pity on me? Will you claim I never meant a single word I said, or that I didn't intend for any of those terrible things to happen? That I was just a confused, stupid little girl who made a bad choice or two? You're so funny, Hanako. Absolutely hilarious. It really isn't that complicated. I'm just a traitor. A murderer who sold out her friends and allies to hold on to a grudge in her twisted, treacherous heart. I'm not trying to hide that fact anymore. I deserve to be hated after everything I did. Even if I did have some other underlying motives, how would you ever know for sure? The truth as you know it can only be what you see. So denying what's right in front of you makes you blind. Isn't that right, Hanako? Why desperately cling to something you can't possibly prove? I just wanted to. Say, how is Seia doing right now? You two were close, weren't you? Are you sure she's safe? Was the real lie that she was dead all along? If that's not the case, then why can't I see her? You wouldn't just torment me with lies like that, would you? That's so malicious. Maybe you're the one we need to be suspicious of. I'll be going now, Mika. I won't share my speculations with anyone else. Not even Nagisa. Do whatever fancies you. It doesn't really concern me. I will. And I'll keep all of this from Ririna-sensei too. That's what you deserve for betraying Sensei, isn't it?
I will hydrate, thank you. Teared up a little during this conversation.
Take care, Mika.
Bittersweet.
I may be despicable, but you're downright cruel, Hanako.
I know that, what she did is probably really bad, but honestly, with the horrible things that they've all been doing, they each deserve it to some degree.
So much for keeping quiet about it. That's what she said. I just wanted to tease her a little bit, but I may have gone too far again.
Hanako, I think you need a lesson on how far you should tease someone and how not far you should tease someone.
I should apologize to her sometime for losing my composure like that. For now, I think that sums up everything we know about the incident. Mika despises Gehenna so much that she conspired against her fellow Tea Party members. She ordered the attack on Seia, which squad carried out. That was when Azusa destroyed the room Seia was staying in.
At the same time, I kind of feel bad for them, but because they're in a position of power, or they were in a position of power, they need to get a taste of their own medicine, or else they might become too far apart from, or too distant from those that they have power over, and then has some kind of, or they wouldn't be able to make the right decisions because of it, or be able to have any sign of empathy for the other characters. Yeah, you don't want to do correction for Hanako. She probably wants that for sure.
Each party was acting with their own motives in mind. The end result was them stepping on each other's toes due to constant distrust and misunderstandings.
Hence why it is important to communicate with one another.
That's how we arrived where we are now. That's everything we know, Sensei.
It still feels like something's missing. Yeah, it kind of does. Could this have started with Mika wanting to tease Seia?
Where's this coming from? It's a bit of an extreme thought experiment, but in that case... Let's consider Mika's personality first. Everyone knows Mika and politics don't mix. And despite the recent revelations, that seems to hold true. She's the type to act before weighing the pros and cons. It could be that she was looking to get back at Seia for always admonishing her and treating her like a child. Admittedly, Seiya's the type that can push people's buttons sometimes. Still, if Mika was just looking for a little friendly revenge, why involve Arius? It just doesn't seem realistic. Actually, had she used that excuse, I would have called it too convenient. Maybe. Don't tell me you're conceding on that idea already. What if Mika really did want to reconcile with Arius? You're proposing that she approached Arius in the hope of reconciling, but all they did was take advantage of her. They used her hatred of Gehenna against her. No, what you really mean is... It's impossible to know Mika's true intentions from the outside looking in. Can we prove anyone has ever reached paradise? The fifth koan. Those who reach paradise cannot be found and should not exist outside of the paradise. Therein lies the paradox of trying to prove paradise's existence. In other words, how can you prove someone else's sincerity? That's right. If we could truly understand someone else's perspective, it wouldn't be theirs anymore. In which case, it would be impossible to prove their sincerity. In this analogy, paradise would be the sincerity of others. Is that what you mean to say? That may be. It's impossible to touch someone's heart directly. We can't prove the sincerity it holds, just as we can't prove anyone has ever reached paradise. It's a paradox through and through. So it's impossible to know anyone's true intentions? Seemingly. There's no point in trying to prove the impossible. So basically they're saying that there's no point in thinking too much about this because you can't, have like actual proof that someone is sincere about something or not. That's why you have to have faith. And that is why you believe that they have the best intentions or that they have that specific motive. Faith that it's that particular or they're actually sincere and, willing to express that sincerity but with their actions, whether it's right or wrong. You have to believe in paradise and you have to put trust in others. Of course, faith is always a difficult thing to do, but that's the whole point with the fifth koan, at least with what they're saying here, is that because you can't prove anyone's heart, anyone's motives with an actual piece of evidence or sincerity, it's only a belief, a faith that what you think is right or is correct. So you can have some kind of faith that's somewhat backed by something, but in the end it's speculation, and the faith in your speculation and your interpretation of people's actions and identities and understanding is what you should put faith in. Or in this case, in the sincerity of others, their heart. I suppose you're right. That's how you've always been, Sensei. Even from the very beginning when there was so much doubt swirling and so many lies. Exactly, you can't prove it, but you hold faith. I love them all. I still think personality-wise, I like the other schools a bit more. But for design-wise, I really like Trinity a lot. You were even fair to Mika and Nagisa. You're the kind of person who will always trust their students, even if it leads to betrayal, right?
I do my best to sympathize with them, even if it comes to that. Although, instead of sympathize, I kind of wish they used the word empathize instead. I just feel like it fits the situation a bit better because of the nuances.
Why? How can you be so understanding?
It's a sensei's job to trust their students. Adults have a responsibility to lead by example. One or two. Do you think I could steal their table? For my own tea party? Do you think they'll notice during this chaos? Or maybe I could take their chairs. I like their chairs. Actually, the chairs don't look that comfortable. But I do like the table. That long table looks nice. Yeah. Should I take it? During the chaos? I have faith that those two will make up someday. I hope Nagisa and Mika can open up to each other. You're gonna notice this is something Sensei is called out on constantly. He's too nice for his own good, often to his own detriment. I feel like it's a good thing though, because, I mean, sure, it'll probably lead to some bad situations. But I think in the end, I feel like it's a good thing that Sensei is too nice for their own good as a character. Mostly because a lot of them are very jaded or have met adults who are basically taking advantage of them and being horrible people. So in that sense, even if Sensei goes through things, if Sensei becomes that one adult that is always nice and has faith in people, then those people who are jaded will start to believe in hope. And I think that was pretty much why in Volume 1... Actually, Volume 1 was a very good example of this. So that's why I like the fact that Sensei is too nice for their own good, because then the students will want to protect and have hope that others can be like that. And have a, I guess, role model to, you know, I guess, look up to. Plus, Sensei, like Peasant said, believes in the best version of you, which is always something that a lot of people would need. Thank you for the gift subs, Irelia. Welcome to the subs, those who joined. I think this one. Now that is a beautiful, beautiful CG right there.
Maybe not now, but someday surely.
I think a lot of the students are too used to being around people who take advantage of them or that don't have the best interest in mind for them, but use it as an excuse. So when they meet someone like Sensei who actually genuinely cares, it's like, oh my gosh, who is this person? I must protect them, and maybe I can have hope again in this life, kind of thing. At least that's what I would like to believe. Maybe once the Eden Treaty has been put to rest, I'd like to bring them together and talk. Hopefully all of us can bury the hatchet and move on. Rather than bury the hatchet and move on, I would like them to mature from this experience. I'd like to bring them together and talk.
I think that's a wonderful idea. I'd like for all of us to get together once all of this is over. There's no reason we shouldn't keep struggling to reach one another, right?
It's the only thing we could do.
You're absolutely right.
I mean, I know that responsibility is one of the themes of the story. At least I think Peasant, I think you were the one that said it. Yeah. Peasant, you were the one that said that. But I do think that another major theme here is that everyone has potential and no one should give up just because of the people around them. Since, you know, in real life, we're always surrounded by people who try to take advantage of us, and that makes us very jaded and lose hope in general. So I think hope and responsibility, I guess trust and hope can be, or I guess faith would be more accurate since they did talk about it with the fifth koan. But overall, it's definitely multiple themes that has to do with the coming of age. At least when I think about the novels I read, I think that's the closest one to this. So I guess, in other words, this is basically a coming of age story for many of the students. And we're just happening to see and help them with their coming of age. My heart. Okay. Let me drink some water. That scared me. Gosh darn it, Tsurugi! Yeah! I have fixed my posture, thank you.
Tsurugi's at the top of her game today. And here I was feeling a little tired. I don't have any excuses if the president is still so fired up. I'll follow her example and work even harder. Vice President Hasumi, come in. A supply tank has been stolen from campus.
Huh? What did you just say? We're short-handed at the moment and could use backup. Now the thief is using it to drift around corners.
Amazing!
We have our hands full at the moment. I believe Koharu should be able to provide backup, however. Wait, no, I forgot she's out sick today with a cold.
Technically, her paperwork to transfer back to from the Make 'em Work Club hasn't gone through yet. I'll take care of this and go back to campus.
Yeah!
Actually, I think we can both leave this in Tsurugi's hands. I'll accompany you.
Tsurugi. I know you're adorable, but you're kind of scary sometimes. And you pop out of nowhere like that on screen.
Hanako, what are you doing?
What's the matter, Hinata? Hinata?
Why are you standing so close behind me? I can feel your on my back. Goodness, what a predicament.
Hanako, is something troubling you?
Oh, it's nothing. I've been saddled with taking care of the sisterhood's paperwork for the last few days when I could be doing other things. It's only a teensy bit frustrating. You're kind of scaring me right now.
She needs a break. No, not a break. I think I was thinking of bonk and break. Maybe both. Break. Combining both.
So you're that sensei person for Shade. Well then, this is a pleasant surprise.
Hi. You're Gehenna's student council president?
Indeed I am. You've made a wise decision coming to the chair of Pandemonium Society.
Come again?
Think about it. Should the Pandemonium Society and Shadow join forces, then the perfect team will never be able to stand in the way of progress again. It's quite a logical decision. If you've already calculated that far ahead, then what further is there to discuss? You know, you should really wait to have those kind of conversations until after I leave the room. Makoto, please try not to make this conversation any more awkward. Shada-sensei has been asked to mediate the Eden Treaty signing. You're only here to make a formal greeting. Then what about our partnership? What partnership? You've only just met. Were you expecting them of them? Yes, that makes perfect sense. Very well then. The fun will have to wait for next time we meet, Sensei. Alright, let's get going, Iroha. What? Already?
So this is the canonical first time meeting. Everything all right, Ako?
Oh. Well, more or less. I never expected you to be involved with the Eden Treaty. Does that mean you'll also be making formal greetings at Trinity?
Already taken care of.
What? Since when? Are you saying I've been out of the loop? But I'm the Prefect Team's senior administrator! I've been so busy preparing for the treaty, I can't believe I lose track of your every move so carelessly like this.
Oh, excuse me? Just calm down.
You're right, our president has told me the same lately.
Speaking of Hina, where is she?
She's had business to attend to elsewhere. She's not at the academy right now. The head prefect has been as busy as ever. Though things may finally slow down for her once the Eden Treaty is signed. So your business here is done now, yes? I can show you out. Hina! No, I'll do that. But President? I thought you were away from campus. I was, but I managed to take care of things early. I'm sure you have other work to do, so let me take care of Sensei. Right, as you wish. Follow me, Sensei. So, Sensei, how go things at Trinity?
Dang, Hina just knows when we're here. There's still a lot of work to be done. We'll still have a lot to do after the treaty is signed.
Could I bother you for the specifics? I recall everything you told me on the bridge, but I also felt there were things you were leaving out. Not that I blame you, of course. I would expect more transparency if you were dealing with an academy like Abydos again. But I'm sure you had your reasons given this is Trinity we're discussing.
I thought I was transparent. Want to know more about the swimsuit symposium?
That's not what I was referring to! Well, anyway. The truth is all a matter of perspective. There could be more than one. Those were your words. Trinity being betrayed at all is just one perspective's truth. Maybe that's not the perspective you want to hold. If that's the case, then you'll have to hold a different perspective and grasp another truth because... You must really trust those girls.
But I trust you more than anyone, Hina. You're like literally the only one I could trust, honestly. Aside from Abydos students.
But where did that come from? You've already told me. Once enough. Seriously. Take care on your way home, Sensei.
Have you told Ako about your plans to retire?
No, not outwardly. You're the only one I've told, but it wouldn't surprise me if Ako suspects it.
Bye, rival. Thank you for joining when you could. We have to give our daughters some serious care when Trinity is done. When did Sensei and Hina get so close? I think it was just a matter of seeing her often. I don't think it was like a chapter where we just hang out with her a lot. At least that was my opinion. Because she helped out a lot during Abido, so we had a really good impression of her to begin with.
It really isn't something to make a big deal over. I'm just tired and need time to rest, that's all. Let's leave it at that. Again, it's unimportant. I'll see you at the signing ceremony, Sensei. Alright, thanks, Hina. And so another day passed. I think it just helps that no matter like who Sensei has to deal with or has to help, Hina has always been very impartial with the way that she handles things and the way that she discusses things with Sensei, which is why I feel like a lot of people tend to have, you know, actual trust in her. I mean, obviously, maybe the devs do ship her with Sensei, but either way, aside from that, I do feel like even within just the main story and not the event story, she has always been a very trustworthy person who isn't super, biased about all things. And yeah, I actually do think that Sensei sees Hina as an equal because she's very mature for her age compared to other ones. And not to mention, she's wise. So I feel like Seia and Hina would be someone who'd be very, I guess, the among the students, those two would most likely be the ones who Sensei could probably see as an equal because of the way that they are. And what Shay said. So it always is great to have a student or anyone that you can see as equal where you could talk to them about the concerns you have about a situation. Aside from Dean, because Dean is, well, always busy. So it's kind of hard to ask for advice or get an outside perspective on the situation going on in Kibotos. And so another day passed. At last, the day of the Eden Treaty signing had come. And I think that's the difference between Hina and the other students, actually. Mostly because Hina acts more like an adult than most of the other students. Plus, she's not very, like, super emotionally driven, so that helps too.
Hello to all our viewers at home. This is the Kronos School of Journalism's star reporter Kawaru Shinon. We're live at the scene of the highly anticipated Eden Treaty signing ceremony. That's right, the Cathedral Communion, where Gehenna Academy and Trinity General School are slated to officially sign the treaty.
Ooh, how exciting. Everyone looks so good. Never mind, they all look like they hate each other.
You could cut the tension in the air with a knife. Neither side is flinching in this intense battle of nerves. It feels like a single misstep could lead to disaster. Can't you feel the sparks in the air? Historically, these two academies get along like cats and dogs, snakes and mongooses. Even now, this long-standing rivalry is boiling hot. Can the treaty stop it from bubbling over? What's that? Stop babbling and say my saying already? Okay. Let's move on to the next shot before my producer really gets mad. What an imposing sight! The signing ceremony will be taking place later today at this historic cathedral. Why here of all places? Well, according to our sources, this location was actually suggested by the top brass at Gehenna. Could it be because Trinity's first council was also held at this location so many years ago? Not according to our source. Supposedly Gehenna wanted an event of this magnitude to simply take place at an equally powerful location. That's all there is to it, and it certainly fits the bill. I love it! Speaking of the first council, did you know that the commandments that were decided upon there were upheld by a powerful organization known as the Saint Justina Council? Could that have something to do with Trinity's sisterhood attending today's signing ceremony? The sisterhood has long abstained from involving itself with politics. What could motivate them to step out of the shadows now? Could they be positioning themselves as the successors of the Saint Justina Council, the organization that has now vanished into history? And what will become of the political storm sweeping through Trinity General School? What's that? You want me to keep things short and simple or we're going to lose viewers? Well, my producer doesn't know how to abstain from cutting my time short. So much for freedom of the press. Hold on just a moment, folks. We seem to be experiencing technical difficulties. Once the Eden Treaty is signed, the top executives of the top two academies will agree upon the creation of the Eden Treaty organization at the Cathedral. At that time, the two academies that have always been at odds will officially begin working together to settle their disputes. Standing at the Cathedral shows each side is committed to upholding the treaty and perhaps even the sacred commandments. Put simply, this is the moment when two of the largest and most prominent academies in Kibotos will finally join hands in peace. Which begs the question, what involvement does the General Student Council have with such a momentous occasion? Let's take a look back at their press conference that was held just yesterday.
Ooh, the Student Council
will now close by fielding questions. Excuse me, Chief Officer, does this mean the General Student Council President is still missing?
In short, yes.
Explain yourself, why? Where is she?
Public approval of the General Student Council is plummeting. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, I can't blame him.
Momoka!
We have no comment to offer on the general public's opinions.
What are your plans to slow down the gentrification occurring in several districts? Is there any relationship between the decision to close SRT Academy and the previous riot at Sanctum Tower? There's speculation that part of the tower was destroyed. What are your thoughts on the treaty between Trinity and Gehenna?
The academies are responsible for overseeing the management of their own districts as they always have been. The General Student Council will continue to take a hands-off approach to such matters.
Yeah, because we don't have that time or manpower to get involved.
Momoka, hush!
No further questions.
There you have it! The General Student Council isn't concerning themselves with the treaty at all! How impartial of them, as non-partisan as always. Next, let's analyze the key personnel of each academy attending the signing ceremony.
That looks nice. This place is rather crowded.
Of course! Today's the signing ceremony and classes were cancelled! Everyone's out celebrating! Kronos has been covering all the festivities. It kind of feels like we're in the middle of a festival. It sure does. If only Sensei was here to enjoy it with us, but they're busy with the Eden Treaty. When did I get dragged out here too? Whatever do you mean? We're all still clubmates after all. This is supposed to be the Makeup Work Club's farewell party. Would it be the same without you here? Well, obviously. You couldn't have done it all without me, and I worked hard too, you know. Anyway, I told you all that you're welcome to come hang out with me at the Justice Task Force whenever you want. I'm usually in the room where confiscated goods are stored. I'd love to come visit you, Koharu.
So pure!
Sure, I'll be by soon to pick up my confiscated
Kamasutra. Oh my gosh.
What? What's that? Oh, it's just a boring piece of classic literature. I find it soothing to read by the fountain, but it was confiscated for some reason.
Why would classic literature be banned?
Wait, no, it must be something dirty if you were reading it. Burn it! Burn it with fire! But I borrowed it from the library. You'd be destroying school property if you burned it. Azusa, you've been carrying around your Professor Pedal plush?
How cute.
Yes, I cherish him. Of course, he goes wherever I go. That's really sweet of you, but he doesn't have to be your only plush. The Momoverse is full of other cute characters to collect too. Right, that could be nice. Which reminds me that a new Pedal anime OVA released recently. And, me? It's supposed to be really inspirational. I heard the part where all the friends join forces to defeat the villain is especially touching. Spoilers. My bad. Forget everything I just said. So you like stories that have happy endings, Hifumi? Yeah, I guess so. Does that make me sound boring? It's not that they're bad. It's just kind of cliche. Think of all the stories you've experienced where everyone lives happily ever after. I find happy endings to be purely fictional as well. The world isn't so quick to change no matter how hard you try. That's reality. So you guys prefer more mature stories? I guess that makes me a little mundane too. Maybe I'm just a sucker for endings where everyone can still laugh and smile. Well, everyone has their own tastes. My favorite kind of ending is when the heroine is mindlessly drooling and begging for forgiveness.
What are you reading?
What the hell are you talking about? What kind of ending is that? Are you sure you don't know? It doesn't bother me if you like happy endings, Hifumi. If you like them, then so do I.
Oh, Azusa, you're so cute and pure. I can't, you're so pure.
Azusa! Well.
I would glomp her too.
There's something I've been thinking about. I want us all to get together with Sensei after the signing ceremony and unwind a little. That would be nice. It's been a while since I've had a casual conversation with Sensei. Yeah, I still wish Sensei could have joined us today. They should be at the Cathedral right about now. I can only imagine how hectic things are today.
Man, this is so boring. That was the end of that. Wait a second. I need to go to the bathroom real quick. Okay. Let's see. I am back. Thank you for waiting. Let's go to the next one. I think this will be the last episode for today's stream. But yeah, I guess I could wander around to pass the time.
Excuse me, but this area is off limits. Yawning is also prohibited.
Excuse me, I am Sensei. I'm just kidding.
Authorized personnel only. Spectators need to stay behind that line.
About that, last time I checked, I am personnel.
Hold on. Hey, you, from the perfect team. Did you also just cross the line? Was that supposed to be some kind of joke? You Justice Task Force cronies have been crossing all the line all day. Is this Trinity brat trying to pick a fight? We'll teach you a lesson. Calling in reinforcements is playing dirty. Have it your way. Requesting backup.
What is their leader?
I wasn't expecting you to come, President Tsurugi. Excuse me, everyone. You mustn't fight here. We're here in the name of peace, remember? Fighting would defeat the purpose of the treaty, Miss Tsurugi. You three. This person is Sensei from Shade. Got it.
Understood.
I won't make the same mistake twice, ma'am.
Thank you, Tsurugi. Thanks, Tsurugi. Sorry for all the trouble.
You don't have to thank me. There are other things I have to do, so I'll be going now.
Don't run away. She's a sweet girl deep down.
Oh, you don't say.
Thanks for your help too. You're Hinata, right?
Yes, I am. It's good to see you again, Sensei.
We'd have been goners if not for the sisterhood.
Oh, that? Not at all. I barely did anything back then. All I'm really good for is brute strength anyways.
Will other sisters be in attendance too?
Ah yes, Sakurako's orders. You may have heard that our order is changing some of its internal stances lately. She may believe that non-intervention is what led to the Tea Party incident, so we'll be more involved with external affairs now. Speaking of Sakurako, she should be arriving soon. The sisterhood volunteered to help with the event by offering security and escort for guests. So would it be alright if I guided you through the cathedral?
Thanks, I would like that.
It'd be my pleasure.
What a sweet person. This place is something else. Honestly, I would love to walk through here and just take photos of the architecture. It looks really nice.
Truly, the historic cathedral communion was beginning to fall by the wayside, but it underwent extensive renovations once it was decided to be the location of the ceremony. Nagisa made that decision along with Makoto from Gehenna's Pandemonium Society. Still, the repairs were only made to the portions relevant to the event. Any further down and it's all still in ruins. Actually, I've heard that below the cathedral is a massive system of catacombs. Supposedly it goes on for tens of kilometers. No complete record of them exists, so it must have been unclear where they ended even in the days of old. Oh, this way is blocked off. It must be one of the areas that was too dangerous to renovate.
You weren't kidding.
Yes, we're standing at the site of the first council after all. commandments agreed upon by the council are considered sacred. It's like I can feel the spirits of the commandments guardians still lingering when I walk these halls.
Guardians?
All promises need to be accompanied with consequences if you break them, all right?
Oh, no. Not all right. Just right.
Otherwise, what incentive would someone have to keep them? The ones who bore that responsibility in the days of old were known as the guardians of the commandments.
Ah, about the commandments again.
The legendary Saint Justina Council.
Like the Justice Task Force of today.
Yes, although specifically, they're the Sisterhood's predecessors.
Oh?
Oh, it seems that Sakurako has arrived. Nagisa should be here shortly as well. I think we should head back, Sensei. This way.
So fancy.
And the preparations? Just finished. A car has been prepared to take you from the...
Car? What for?
Makoto showing off. It would seem the Pandemonium Society recently purchased a private blimp and she would like to demonstrate the difference in authority as you crawl on the ground and she flies through the skies.
As frivolous as ever, not that it matters. Though I do find it amusing that she'd arrange a car for me after trying so long to block me from attending the signing ceremony. Yuri and Shinatsu are waiting, let's go. I know, I understand why you're apprehensive, Ako. But I've already explained this to you. We're not dissolving the Prefect team, we're fastening the shackles of the ETO onto the Pandemonium Society.
Yes, I know. I want to believe the Prefect team's future is still secure. And I know Makoto will be bound to some degree by the Tea Party's restrictions. It's you I'm worried about.
That's enough for now. We can discuss this after the ceremony is over. Let's be off.
Right.
If you are interested in becoming a mod for Twitch or even YouTube, because I might need people to start modding the comments for videos. So if you are interested in any of that, then go ahead and jump into my Discord server and then open a ticket in the Need Help channel. That way I can get to it and I am remembering things. It's easier for me to keep track that way. So yeah, if you're interested, go ahead and go in there and let me know.
Would you look at that? Gehenna's Pandemonium Society has arrived on their brand new private blimp.
Trying to look all fancy.
There she is, Gehenna's head chair, Hanuma Makoto. Behold the grandeur and charisma of Gehenna's leadership. It looks like the host of Trinity General School's Tea Party Kirifuji, Nagisa, has also arrived at the Cathedral. Each academy's leaders are arriving one after the other now. Gehenna's head prefect should be here shortly as well. Things are really starting to heat up, so don't touch that dial.
It seems like someone did. Are you ready?
Yes, all done. Yeah, everything is taken care of. We're still on schedule.
And what of contact with that doll? Good. Then there shouldn't be any complications.
This is it, huh? There's gonna be a lot of suffering, but it's the only way.
Yes, this is the way of the world. I have Atsuko. Area squad commences operation. Oh! Cruise missile status.
Launch request confirmed. Expected impact in T-5 minutes.
And teams 2 and 3?
On standby in front of the passage. Green to enter the target area at the expected time.
Enter as soon as the cathedral collapses. Misaki and Team 2 will handle Trinity's forces while Team 3 and Hyori will face Gehenna's.
Roger.
Team 2 is to keep its sights set on Tsurugi and Team 3 must stay on top of Hina. Make sure not to lose them.
Got it. The head prefect.
As for teams 1 and 5. Yes. From there, you'll follow the passage to the basement. Your mission is the most important. Understood? I know. Please hold out for as long as you can, Hime. What about you, Saudi? I have business elsewhere. I'll be joining Team 5 once it's taken care of. Break formation and advance! No! Things were starting to go well.
Asa, where are you going? Don't embarrass her. She obviously had to go to the restroom. But isn't it in the opposite direction? Huh? Do you hear something? What was that? Did it come from the sky? Something just flew right past us.
It's not over yet. No, it's only the beginning, isn't it, Saudi? And that was the end of today's stream. Oh my gosh, it's gonna go crazy. That's insane. Wow, that was... I mean, I knew things weren't going to end well, but I didn't expect them to have enough firepower to do that. It does make me wonder why they, as in Trinity, they didn't, you know, capture at least all of Arius before having the treaty session happen. I mean, I know that they were dealing with a lot of stuff, but they're technically still a threat, you know? So it's kind of... I don't really know what's gonna happen, but I do hope that they all end up okay and that no one loses their halo. But that was shocking! And then it like, it gave me a lot of goosebumps when Azusa noticed and then she ran out and was staring at everything and the students were like chatting about what's going on. It gave me chills. Because then it means things are now going down and down and down. Oh boy. Makes me look forward to next week. Next week will be the continuation of Volume 3, Chapter 3. And I'm so excited for it. It's gonna be intense. I mean, not that I don't like the lighter moments. I actually really like the lighter moments. But this is fun stuff to check out, and I'm just so excited. And this is gonna be the peak, and I'm just gonna maybe it's not the peak, but it sure is one of the peaks. I feel, or at least I sense it coming soon. Overall though, I do like the way that they resolved, or at least let us know what the resolution is for after the incident. In the beginning of Volume 3, Chapter 3, I really appreciated that. And then they also emphasized that this is, you know, the theme of the story. These are the characters that we want to know more about. There are more layers to these characters than we might not know, but these are hints of it, and we'll show you more later. And clearly, this is when things are gonna go down. I'm so excited. Oh, that's gonna be so much fun. Anyways, what did you guys think of the mic? Was it fine? Did you like it? Do you prefer the previous one? It's nice that I'm not hitting my head against the mic. Because
That was my problem with the other mic. The other mic was nice too. It's just that I didn't like hitting my head against it by accident because I kind of sway strangely, so I always end up bonking my head. Not on purpose, okay? You guys liked how this mic sounds? It cut off for a couple of times, one time only. Do you know when that was particularly? Didn't have any pop and was clear, all good. Okay, whew. Ah, that's a relief. I was a little bit worried that people weren't gonna like this mic, but I'm glad that it was the opposite reaction. By the way, my kids, what do you think of today's stream? We got through the first 6 parts of Volume 3, Chapter 3, which I have enjoyed very thoroughly and am excited for next week. Oh, it's gonna be so much fun. Anyway, so let's etch this into our memory and keep it safe. And as always, formally inviting you to my next tea party. The so-called anime enthusiast Fox. Who's that? This was Ririna, so until the next one then. Bye! It was in the last half an hour, I think. Okay. Well, if most people didn't notice, then that's good. I'll be using this mic for the rest of this week to test it out and see what you guys think. So yeah, make sure to follow me. And if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to subscribe and like and comment. So I know that all of you are enjoying my Blue Archive stuff or content, I guess. But yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Oh, also, I think... oh wait, no, it doesn't apply for this one. It's only for Arknights that it would apply, but I'll be moving soon, so... it doesn't really matter though, because I'll still be streaming Blue Archive, thankfully. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for joining me. Bye!